Hello, just coming to you after a little bit of a break. I'm Dr. Bill.
And I'm Ted.
We're going to talk a little bit about where I've been and what's been going on, and Ted had a few questions about it.
Well, I think it's always best to kind of get out and get immersed in any kind of area that's famous for wine production. And if you want to really learn everything about it, and I've kind of had a nice opportunity to go out and visit some of our friends over on the left coast up in Washington State and California and place like that. But I'm not nearly as worldly and wise as my friend is, my friend Doc over here is. But Doc, where have you been? You want to tell us about your latest adventure?
Well, I'd love to. As I've talked to y'all before, I'm fortunate enough to have three great children, one of whom has been in Germany for about 15 years, and we've had the opportunity to visit. So this gives us a little bit more space, if you will, to investigate, travel, and like I said in my last video, I really hope that what we'll talk about these next few times might encourage you to travel and see where this wine comes from.
Hmm. Well, Doc, what would you say? Some of your highlights of your trip were. I know you had an opportunity to visit France and really see some neat stuff in Germany and also Portugal. So,
Well, we started in Germany, uh, which is where I've been, as I mentioned, a number of occasions, and really had a chance in the past to go to some of the really neat Riesling regions. Uh, and on this trip, I kind of did it a little bit differently because I've seen some of the larger wineries and the larger productions, and I thought this time let's see where things really started. And so I started looking at a smaller winery that I'd love to share with you.
I always thought smaller was better. A lot of times, if you get off the beaten path and you go and you visit these, smaller producers, they really want to take the time to kind of show you their facility and really kind of tell you what they're all about and what all they've got, going. And I think you had a great opportunity with it with the Schmidt family, wasn't it?
I did. Fortunately, they spoke a lot better English than I spoke German, so that made the interview a lot easier. And we're going to show you some clips of it as we go. But they have a relatively small plot of land on a slope, actually right behind my daughter's home, on an area called the Odenwald, which actually is a long formation that once it moves south, it then becomes the Black Forest and on down towards Stuttgart. And I'm on the side of the mountain right below Schriesheim Castle with Portia Schmidt.
Yeah.
And she and her husband have Rosenhof Winery. And she's going to show us around a little bit about her vineyard, talk about their wines, and let's enjoy some.
Cheers.
So, thank you. We're going to share with you some of the dialogue that I experienced. So, I just asked you a minute ago. I know that you've got several different vineyards, different varieties.
Yeah.
Mostly whites.
Yes, we grow mostly white wines. So about 60% of our grapes are white grapes, and only 40% are red grapes like the Pinot Noir or the Merlot or Cabernet Sauvignon. These are our red varieties, and our white varieties are mainly the Riesling. We also have the Glas. Riesling is a very common German variety, but it's internationally really preferred. So Riesling from Germany is very famous all over the world. And we also grow Burgundy varieties, so like the Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris, and Chardonnay. Here in our area where we are living, it's called the Tuscany of Germany. The weather in the summer is very hot, and that's why we can perfectly grow the Burgundy varieties, because they love hot summers. And look at some of the areas where they make wine, where they store wine, and what their plans are. On this stem or on this branch, you see already those little knobs growing, and this is what the grapes will be. So they will start growing soon, blooming soon. Sorry, and after the bloom, the grapes are formed. So this is where we get the grapes from in the future.
Is each bloom a grape?
Yeah,
So this would be a bunch.
a bunch of grapes. Yes.
So you like so. So it's individual. That's great. Good. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it so much. And this is going to be gone. Oh man.
So I told you it's really cool downstairs. It's nice. It's a nice place to be.
Especially when it's very hot outside.
Yeah.
I hope this gave you, Ted, a kind of a feeling of deja vu, especially since you've been to wineries and visited with winemakers and their folks. To me, it was fun, and what I really loved to see was the passion of this young couple, what their hopes and their plans were, and what they brought to fruition. So we'll talk about other visits in future videos, but this is just something to kind of hopefully whet your appetite and to show that from a grounds root aspect, how wine is made and enjoyed, and they make some really good stuff.
So stay with us and let's all kind of live vicariously through our good friend Doc here and check out all these neat locations that he's had an opportunity to go visit and see some of these great areas that he's had a chance to explore. So hope you've enjoyed it.
Once again,
Like, comment, subscribe.
bang.
Thanks.
Thank you.